like day 6,000.
Yeah. But we're on the downward stretch. So, stayed at the old Hampton by Hilton. And, you know, this week is all about enjoying, not complaining. Try not to complain anyway, but look here. The last place that we stayed at, the air didn't work at, we figured out that was a Hampton.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact,
The old.
that bad unit right there set on 60 high all the time, not auto, just we want AC all the time.
It was super hot.
It was really hot in here.
And then it kept cutting off, and it was like dead silent.
Yeah. So, didn't get all the sleep. Plus, everybody had some worry about stuff getting stolen and all that stuff. So I think I got up, looked out the window, and checked on the car about 5 times last night. But luckily, it's parked right outside the window here. So checked on that.
Everything
and,
looks like it's still there.
Yeah, from the 4th floor at the Hampton, looks like we're good. But we had 4 or 5 other cars parked around us. Looks like one of them's already left. It's about 7 o'clock. So we've got people on the Race Weaker Facebook page. They're already at checkpoints and headed back. There were some people that left at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I guess trying to beat the heat. I'm not real sure, but
Yeah, but we have all day to get there, so.
it's 325 miles, I think.
Yeah.
So, yep, we're fixing to load up from the old Hampton and roll out. There's the Camaro. All the other Race Week cars are lined up out here. Blaine and Tom's wagon down there. We passed our first checkpoint and we just passed the Colorado-Kansas line, so we are back in Kansas. We haven't really done a whole lot of filming or anything like that because there's really nothing to film. It's a lot less scenic than the route to Kansas. But somebody decided they wanted to drive, leaving me with the navigation. So
Y'all pray for us.
yeah, luckily this little stretch that she's got me navigating on has like
Not really any turn.
5 or 6 turns front and back, so I think we're going to be all right. We're going to the Guadalajara Museum. You say it just like that. In Scott City, Kansas. Yep. So we're going there. So we'll cruise along, cruise on 70 and enjoying the windows down still while we can. It's supposed to be 105 in Great Bend tomorrow. And at one point it was 51 degrees yesterday in the mountains. So
I want to go back to Denver.
we might do a U-turn, just go back, call it a day, hang out in the mountains some more. But anyway, we're rolling right along.
Well, as you can see, we have switched back places.
Yep.
We stopped at a gas station and we were going to get some pizza, but the AC was out in the gas station, so they had their kitchen closed, so we didn't get pizza. So instead, I've been over here snacking.
Somebody's tapped out on me. Which, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm completely fine with that. I don't have a problem driving. I have a problem navigating. But we
Well,
made it.
We didn't get lost.
We did fantastic. I had to make sure she made 3 turns in like 112 miles. So
And we did great.
I did my job.
So,
A++.
we are on our way back. Well, we're pretty close to Great Bend.
Yeah, I think we're probably about 50 miles out.
Yeah.
After we left that last checkpoint, we stopped and filled up with fuel at the gas station that didn't have AC. And speaking of AC, it got kind of hot. We rolled the windows up. We've had the cruise on 70, had the AC on. Somebody's talking mad mess about my music device. had this car since high school. So I think we bought this thing in 2006. I mean,
some of them young.
That's the era.
Some of them young people probably don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. For anybody born, well,
I don't know what year they quit making those.
I don't either. All you young folks, look it up. It's called an iPod, not an iPhone, but an iPod. And see how big that screen is? Like 1.5 inches. We used to watch movies on that. This bad boy got 2 or 3 movies saved on it from back in the day. We got that sucker USB'd up into the old Pioneer radio and had some Eminem playing, everything else. It's been a good afternoon.
So it's 2:03 right now. We did lose an hour because of the time change, but we've been making pretty good time, I think.
Yeah, as of so we got about 50 miles left. As of right now, from when we pulled out of the racetrack at Great Bend on, when did we leave, Sunday? Saturday night? Last Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
We have driven 1,286 miles. So
It's a lot. Oh, there goes the race finger.
1,286 miles since Saturday night.
Yep.
And it is Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Got about 50 miles left. We're going to shut this deal down pretty early at the motel. And
y'all pray that we have a good hotel with some good air conditioning so we can sleep.
This is the hotel that's got the air conditioner stuck on 50 or whatever.
Well, fingers crossed we get that room again.
Hey, I'm dealing with frostbite over not having that AC.
Yeah.
Not complaining. We're not complaining. But
We need air.
I like air.
So
We're driving a race car with the air on right now. And it's going to be 105 tomorrow.
it's already 99 right now.
Yeah. This thing got good enough air conditioning. We got it on level 2 of 4 right now. Got a little chilly.
Oh my god.
But it's going to be 105 at Great Bend tomorrow. So, you know,
Let's see.
not excited about that. But they're having the drivers meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning to kind of go over the day's events and how everything's going to go and all that. So probably going to get up pretty early because we still have to put this thing back in race car mode. So I don't know what time we're going to leave the motel, but we're going to be at the track pretty early so we can get this stuff all swapped over, get the car ready to go, get it cooled down and ready to go bracket racing.
Yep. So
Probably catch you up at the motel. Sorry this video so far hasn't been very good because there's nothing
cool.
There's nothing out here.
Well, there's some windmills. I don't even know if you can see those. But anyway, we're going to keep on. Oh, we're 42 miles from Great Bend. So
now.
we're going to keep on rolling, and I guess we'll catch back up.
Day 7. The final day. We are in the staging lanes now. They're giving us a time run for the bracket race. So there is a huge amount of cars. Anybody that had, I think it was like a 10:03 is what they cut it off at, average or slower, is in this bracket race. So they're giving us all a time trial, then we go straight into first round of that. I think they're going to run 2 or 3 rounds of us, then they're going to start running the heads up guys. So we're just hanging out in the staging lanes waiting on our time run. I did a little bit of changing to the tune on it, nothing crazy, basically just trying to make it where it may be a little bit more consistent. So we'll see if that helps. The DA is a little bit lower than it was the last time we were here. It was like 5,400, I think. When we ran last time, it was like 4,500 this morning. Temperature is not bad yet. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's
81.
Yeah, it's a low 80s right now.
Well,
And,
good news is instead of it being 105 today, it's only going to be 100. It went down another degree, 102.
102. That's good. I think that's good. Yeah. So that's what we're doing now, just hanging out. I'm gonna try to get some video of the runs and everything, and we're gonna go get our time shot, go turn the tech card in or the time slip in to finish out the week, and that's it.
Well,
race. I'm not real sure what we're going to run. I feel like it's a little bit faster. I have never left off the bottom bulb with this converter in it. I put this converter in right before we came here, so I'm not real confident in having a spot on the tree. I don't honestly even know what the limits are of the converter as far as stalling it up on the foot brake. So we're going to wing it. I'll just get up there and see what feels halfway decent and try to hit it. That guy just left a little bit of dirt on the start line for me, so I guess I'm going to try to see if I can avoid that. I would also like to be able to do my burnout before the water dries on my tires. There we go. Dang, that was a good burnout. There wasn't even anybody taking pictures. But she sure was spicy down low. Wow. That's it's one of the first passes I've actually made in somewhat decent air with this new converter, and man, I'm telling you, oh, Dan at Circle D evidently knows what he's talking about, because I was a little bit worried about what he wanted me to buy, and well, this thing ain't left that hard in a long time. Then again, you know, I drove through that the old El Camino's dirt there, so I think that was probably why it kind of jerked right a little bit. But hopefully somebody got a video or a picture of that. I think we got the tires off the ground. Wheels up Wednesday. Here's the dually. That's good nobody stole that. My dad would probably miss his trailer. Thank you. Oh yeah. Well, I went 12.22 with a 7 when I was here the last time, and I'm sitting here yelling this thing's rolling, and it went 12.21 with a 1. I did go 165 with a 760 foot, so that was about, I think, close to the same as what it was here the other day. Man, maybe I'm just not used to it leaving so hard because of this week. But I left at 2,000, which I thought I was going to be late on the tree. I was 60. I felt like I tagged it pretty good, so we can work with that. The guy next to me had a Summit ET Bracket Racing Series hat on, so I think he's a legit bracket racer, and he was 71. There was a lot of people leaving on green and stuff like that, so I think as long as I can stay 40 to 60, I should be able to hold my own with everybody, as long as the car's halfway decent. So. All right, so we're rolling up our first round of the bracket race. I have got a Fairmont dialed 11.0, and I think it's a turbo car. Tried to wheel hop in the burnout, so I had to get a little salty. I'm gonna let this guy.
For the win of the bracket race, that's Kyle Calkins in the left lane. Calkins dialed 11.05. John Long Jr. in the right lane dialed 12.26. So since Robert Hollis, two great lights on this end. Side by side at 1,000 foot. Kyle Calkins in the left lane. Calkins dialed 1105. John Long Jr. in the right lane dialed 1226. So since Robert Hall is out, Kyle Calkins remains. Side by side at 1,000 foot. Breakout, double breakout win, right lane 12.
Breakout, double breakout win, right lane 1222, left lane goes 1096. So both of my picks have lost. I should just stop picking dudes. Stop picking dudes because
already.
So I went 1222. I don't know that I even went over what I was dialing. Everything went kind of quick. They were drawing cards, and then I guess they decided they didn't want to, so they just pulled us, and they pulled like 4 or 5 of us in a row. So it went 1221 this morning. It's hot. God, it's getting hotter, and the wind crossed from a tail to a headwind. So I figured the car was going to be slower, and so I dialed it to 26. I lifted a few times. I got the brakes right at the stripe, but as I was getting ready to hit the brakes, I remembered I still have the air dam underneath it that directs air into the radiator. Whenever I bracket race this car, I have to take that off, because if you jab the brakes, it drops down, catches the beams, and you pick up 200s while you're trying to slow down. So that didn't work. I felt pretty decent on the tree. The car, I felt like it left even better that time than it did the first time, but get the time slip real quick here and see, that was kind of stupid. I didn't kill near as much as I thought I needed to kill, and it was a double breakout, so more or less just got kind of lucky on that deal. I made it 4 rounds at the U.S. Nationals before, and for some reason I was nervous going into a bracket race at this deal with a bunch of people that I don't feel like bracket racing. Thank you. He's 111 on the tree. I'm 74. So we're going to round 2. I'll catch you in the lane. Okay, so we're back, round 2. I've got this white S10 over. He's dialed 1320. I went ahead and dialed 1224. The car went 22 on the brakes last time. It looks like it was going to 19. The wind is ridiculous. It just randomly changes. We had a tailwind, then we got a headwind, then we got a crosswind. So I just want to have a little bit in the bank just in case I need it. So we dialed it up 5 from what I was running a minute ago. So I'm the faster car. So hopefully I can get him on the tree and okay, change of plans. Now we got the left lane. Had the right, now we got the left, which is just fine. This lane's great. We're gonna roll up here and set the old line lock.
Wind light left lane goes 1230 on the 1224.
Okay, we got there. Man, I guess this car just pulls really hard at the top end. I didn't think I was going to get there. He was way on out there, and then the old Circle D converter started doing what she does, I guess. We come up up on him pretty quick. I might have to look at my time slip. I might have ripped it before the 1,000 foot. I come up on him and we was wearing out the old throttle body there. I felt pretty good on the tree, but I felt good earlier and I was 70, so. Thank you. Oh yeah. I felt good. I'm 104. You know, that's about right though. I'm 104 in a normal bracket car anyway. I'm 104, my guy's 193. I am 6 above, taking 34 on him. So I rolled up on him, just wheeled on through. Oh, I just realized he's dead 7. He's 193 on the tree, dead on with a 7. So I'll have to go back and look and see where we were at the 1,000 foot in the 8th. Figure out what we're gonna dial it next time, but head on back to the trailer and we'll catch you for round 3. All right, so I've got a 1440 stick shift Mustang. Well,
but cannot run the numbers, so 1206 in the left lane for Andres. He'll move on. Our next pick,
okay, yep, still got him. A 1440 stick shift Mustang. So I really don't feel like I need to turn it red,
That's our guy.
but I really don't want to be late.
The track hawk. They got another number 5 that runs here, and he's Ken Freeman. 1220 the dial on the right lane, 1380.
So I dialed 1224. It was going to 20 just a minute ago. So I still got 4 and 5, 3, something in my pocket.
1220 dial.
I felt really late. Some of that.
With that Camaro.
Thank you.
Oh, Matty, that's good.
Yeah, appreciate it. He told me I won, so I guess that's good. Yeah, I'm 33 dead 2. They are 348, 1405 on a 1440. Well, no wonder the race looked freaking weird. They got their 300s, but okay, well, I guess I feel better about that now. So we'll get back to the trailer, come at you for round 4, 3, 4, whatever round we're going to. All right, so I got a Jeep Cherokee, one of these Trackhawk things, and we're dialed almost heads up. He's dialed 1220. I'm dialed 1224. I went 24 with a 2 last time, wide open. I felt like I was on the converter for a while, so maybe that was why it kind of slowed down. So I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, that burnout sucked. For some reason it shifted. That's odd. Alright, 1224. I was 30 on the tree last time, so we're going to try to give them somewhere around a 30 to a 50.
getting down to like bracket racers now. So this stuff is tight. Great McCordy in the right lane.
So we go 24 with a 2, wide open. Come back, run this guy, and it goes 24 with a 4 on the brakes. I was ripping pretty good. So I think it was going back to that 19 or so that it ran earlier. I think it was just hot earlier. Thank you. I'm 77. He's 136. I took 38. So 77, dead 4, taking 38. He's 136, 2 under. So we're heading back to the lanes, and I'll get back with you in a second. What we got going on here, but I got a turbo Camaro dialed 980. I come back, looked, went dead on with a 4 just a second ago. Looking at the time slip, it was going probably a 1. So I left a 4 on it. The car is freaking hot. I literally shut it off for just a few minutes, and we fired right back up, and I'm back in the water box. So was 70 just a minute ago. I feel like that's my spot, so I may bring the R's up just a little bit. I don't know how good this guy's going to be. Well, it sure is hot.
Being told that's like a box stock Magnum T56 transmission with like an RXT clutch. That's like basic stuff you can buy out at Southern Jags. That's a super duper cool deal.
Obviously, back unloaded. We're no longer on Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yeah, it's like Thursday.
Yeah, we got kind of behind on the videos, but after, what day was that deal over? Friday was when we did the bracket race, right?
Yes.
And we got up Saturday morning and came home.
Yes.
After Friday, they started early and we did the bracket race and everything, trying to beat the heat. And man, it got hot. It got really hot.
It was really hot. So we had a driver's meeting at 8.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then we started the bracket race immediately after that.
They gave everybody a time trial, and if you did want to do the bracket race, that was your time trial. If you didn't want to do the bracket race, that was your chance to break the beams and lock in your average for the week. All the averages ended at Pueblo, but you still had to break the beams and say that you made it to the last track. So that gave everybody a chance to do that. When we started first round of the bracket race, I think there was 140 something cars.
It was a ton of cars in the bracket race, and then on top of that, they had a race for the Junior Street people.
Yep.
And then they had the
And
fast people. They had a heads
up shootouts for. I think they did the fastest 8, and then I think they did the next fastest 16 after that, and then I think the next fastest 16 after that. I'm not positive on it, but it was really cool to watch because
we're too slow to be in that, so we don't know.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch though. That was the first time out of any drag and drive that there's actually been a race or a competition at the end of it. Normally you're just racing the clock, racing yourself, and it was pretty cool to actually have that competition at the end. Even the bracket race. So the last thing that you saw as far as in-car was in the quarterfinals when I had the turbo Camaro. So the I go up there and I go to stage, and the camera starts flashing and beeping and says, camera overheated, turning off, something along those lines, while I'm trying to look at the tree that's right here, and the camera is right next to my line of sight.
It wasn't the only thing that got overheated this weekend.
Yeah.
Or week.
So the camera turned off right before the tree came down. That's why I just cut to no more in-car video for the rest of the race. I won that round, and then we went on to the semifinals where I ran the stick shift Mustang. It leaves it like 7,000 RPMs with a T56 in it.
That was round 7.
Round 7. We were both around 30 on the tree, and I broke out. I think I caught the finish line beams with the nose of the car. I think I talked about that earlier in the day, talking about how I needed to make sure I didn't do that because I had the air dam underneath it for when we drive on the street, and knew I shouldn't have, but I got down there, got on the brakes, and it is what it is. So
Didn't mean to, but it did.
Yeah, true story. So we lost at 4 cars in that. The NA small block, I still think we made the right decision switching from 12.0 to NA small block.
Definitely made the right decision.
So our average was 1244. Obviously the car is not quite right. It's still a little bit slower than I want it to be, but at altitude we didn't really know what to expect. So considering the car only had like 300 miles on it when we left and all that, we're just happy we made it. Had no problems with the car.
For sure.
And turned in a 1244 average, which actually placed us number 8 of 19 in NA small block. So top half of the field, top 10. We're happy with that.
If we would have stayed in 12.0, we would have been like 26th or something.
Yeah, we would have been way down the list.
Out of like 40.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, not that we got anything for it, but it's cool to say that we finished number 8 in a small block. I mean, no matter how slow you are, that looks good and sounds better than we were 20 something in 12.0. So, but it was cool. We're pretty happy with that deal. But after I lost in the semis, we pretty much loaded up and rolled out. We went back, loaded the trailer, and tied the car down, strapped everything down, and left there and went back to the motel.
Like we loaded the little trailer and then went and loaded the little trailer and the car into the big trailer.
Yep.
Then went to the hotel.
Yeah, everything was strapped down, ready to go, and I moved the truck closer to the gate, and we called it a day. We watched a little bit of the award ceremony, but
it was so dang hot.
We were all exhausted, and there towards the end, that bracket race, I don't think you can really tell in the video, but we drove straight back to the lanes. After, I think, round 2 or round 3, they said just come straight back to the staging lane. So the car was hot, which I made a couple adjustments in the tune and turned the cooling fans on earlier and things like that.
Good thing you did that.
So the car wasn't really giving me any problems. I was dying.
It was so hot.
There was no time to rest or anything, so we were pretty much all exhausted, and we just loaded up and headed back to the motel, and then we got up early Saturday morning and drove back.
Made the long, boring drive back home.
Yeah. So we got home, I think, Saturday, somewhere around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And
yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Sunday morning, got up, unloaded everything, and started planning for 2.0, which 2.0 plan is sitting right there. That's plan A.
Plan B.
There's plan B.
Plan B has air conditioning, so.
Plan B also has overdrive.
Yeah.
And comfortable seats.
But our race weeker that's going with us, he does not have overdrive, so.
Yeah. So, just to catch you up on the 2.0 plans, I'm not driving. I am co-pilot. This is the driver.
So this is the navigator.
Yeah.
We may have to swap that on the road.
We'll figure it out. But she's actually racing this event. So 2.0, we will be, as of right now, taking the Chevette. She's racing. I will be navigator, co-pilot, whatever. My dad has also got a 67 Firebird that he's planning on taking. He has a plan B backup. We'll keep that a surprise for if plan B comes into effect. So we are actually already getting ready to get started on this car to get ready for 2.0. We've actually kind of neglected it. It hasn't really had anything done to it since 2.0 last year.
Yeah.
We changed oil in it, and
That's
about it.
I
I went and ran a 12.0 race. We won a 12.0 index race with it about a month ago. But other than that, it's just kind of been drove around town and sat. So we're going to go over it. We got some stuff, some repairs and stuff we got to do to it. Get that ready for 2.0.
Some little improvements.
Yeah, we've learned a whole lot in the last 2 Drag and Drive events we've done.
Yeah.
That last week on Rocky Mountain Race Week, we learned a whole lot. So we're going to take that knowledge, we're going to apply it to the cars that we've got and try to make them better. And I think she's probably going to be running the 12.0 index in the Chevette. Last year, I think I finished like 11th or 12th in 12.0 with it, and we had one day that was pretty much a throwaway because the motor didn't seat the rings until day 2. But I think she got a good chance at that, so we got a couple things to do for it. Get ready for that. And what's our plans for 1.0 next year? Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
So stay tuned because
we're gonna go. We're going.
we're planning on going back to Rocky Mountain Race Week next year.
But we just
We have another plan though.
Yeah.
So we're not good at videos. We did gain a bunch of subscribers. I say a bunch. We've pretty much doubled our subscribers. So
Yeah.
thanks to those few.
Yeah, thanks.
And,
Thanks, y'all.
yeah, we appreciate everybody following along with that. We both actually kind of enjoy doing this, even if nobody watches them. So
Yeah, it's fun.
our plan for 1.0 next year, or Rocky Mountain Race Week, is we are going to, this is a plan as of right now. There's like 5 different plans because I talked to all those people at Race Week and everybody tell me what their car had, and now we've got like 9 million options, and we have got some options. But as of right now, the most feasible plan is we are going to make a run at NA small block, and I don't know if we'll have what it takes to win it, but we're definitely going to place higher than 8th. And you want to give a teaser as what it is?
Oh yeah, might as well.
This is a 1992 Chevrolet S10 with 4 cylinders are awesome and 5 speeds of fast. We've got a 4L80E and a 6-liter that's in a crashed truck. We got to rip that deal out. We're going to drop it right in this deal. It's going to need a cage. It's going to need some suspension work. Absolutely no polishing. And this thing may see the mountains next year. So, we got that in the works. Possibly, maybe.
Yeah, well, you know, that and all our other,
Yeah.
you know, what'd you say, 9 million ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it may have a stick shift in it. It may have turbo on it. Plenty of ideas. But
We'll see.
we had enough fun doing these videos and all of that. I think we may try to do like a build series thing. So,
We'll try.
like the roadkill guys, you can watch us do the right things the wrong way.
Yeah.
So, we may do that. So, if you're interested, stay tuned. If not, we will catch you guys at 2.0 the week of Labor Day.